Alright, what's going on, guys? Let's go ahead and jump into this market recap right here with you guys together. And I really want to share with you guys real quick that this is an opportunity where we can position ourselves for generational wealth. Like, this can be in the long term significantly with this much movement and this much demand. But let's go ahead and also focus now on the negatives, right? The positives are easy to be very, emotional and happy about, but let's look at the negatives because they're a reality as well. So right now the market is betting big on tech, betting big on microchips, betting big on AI, betting big on infrastructure, data centers. You have liquid cooling. There's a lot of sectors behind this. You have AI software that are protecting government agencies now, pounds here. There's a lot of big bets behind just tech alone. So them having positive tech earnings is going to be the main catalyst why we're up. But just last month, let's not forget here, right? This is awareness. This is things that you want to be knowledgeable about in the market, right? It's components that are all put together. And last month, look at what happened in March. Well, do you guys know what happened last month? We had the start of the Iran and Israel war. But early April, Donald Trump went ahead and announced, hey, we're having no more shots, ceasefire, you can't shoot me, I can't shoot you, let's have some peace talks, let's see what we can do, man. And boom, they started conversating, making this happen. But when they announced it, boom, markets were like, it's over, it's over, it's over. And we're all up in the sky having a great time. Well, tech earnings, sprinkled in with that, now brought us to new all-time highs, which now, to add more context once again, the S&P 500 is the tracker, right? Where do you go to look at the biggest companies in the world and how they're doing and how the market is doing? So it's just one I guess you can say tool you can use. You can track multiple ETFs to really know. You can track the Dow Jones, you can track the NASDAQ, you can track gold, you can track oil, you can track the US dollar. Different components of data and how those numbers are priced in will give you an outlook of how the market can be shaping out to perform. So, Jerry, we're at all-time highs. Well, what should we be thinking? What should we be doing? Well, this is the downside. We're in La La Land thinking this war is over, but on Monday, we went ahead and seen something that I kind of expected this. Why? Because whenever you're at all-time highs, you never let your guard down and think that things are just going to be perfect and sweet. Whenever we're at all-time highs, there's always some negative thing that can happen. So look at what happened on Monday. Iran fires cruise missiles. Iran fires cruise missiles at U.S. destroyers in Hormuz as Navy sinks 7 attack boats in hours. This is conflict. This is United States just shot missiles and Iran shot missiles back. But look at what happened on Monday. It looks like they're trying to bury this under the rug here, but I think when this catches up, it's going to be a big impact. Because look at what happened. When this news came out just yesterday, right? Yesterday's trading day, we wanted to break above. And this was aggressive selling, bro. This was very aggressive selling. We wanted to break 722. We wanted to break right here, 722. But once we went above right here, that news came out and went from 722 down to 715 in less than an hour. Let's say 810, 812 right here. 812 closed at 720, 715, $5 drawdown in less than an hour. Big sell-off pressure right there. And that's what you got to notice. How sensitive this market is to news from this conflict. So yes, it's a little bit under the rug, right? Especially after today with AMD giving out those tech earnings and everyone happy. Look at that. Already at 726 SPY. This is history, bro. So, hey, that's the negative. That's what we have to be careful with. But now let's look at the upside. What's going on the positive? Well, the positive is that NVIDIA, which, to add more context here, right? SPY's top 10 holdings is NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, Meta, Apple, Amazon, Broadcom, and Tesla, Berkshire Hathaway. But look at 7% is NVIDIA, right? So 7% of NVIDIA is a pretty hefty, you can say, position. Now they're down on that position. It used to be trading at 218. Now it's trading below here at 196.71 right now after hours. Below 200. The second this 7% position begins to climb up, SPY is going to come up with it. Look, Microsoft, once again, let's bring up the data. 6.6% position. Once Microsoft goes ahead and climbs up, holy crap. Once Microsoft goes ahead and climbs up, sorry for this, you guys. Let's go ahead and bring this up. Once Microsoft climbs back up to 544, SPY's going to come up with it. Meta used to be trading at 783 back in just September of last year. Early January, trading at 742. Now, near 600. Once it begins to climb up, SPY's going to come with it. 3 big heavy holdings, right? Tesla used to be trading up here at a high 494, now trading 387. Has a lot of upside left. Once it catches up, SPY's going to come up with it. But why is SPY so high already? What's keeping it up? Well, AMD just went ahead and reported earnings, and in anticipation of their earnings, a lot of investors already waited that they were going to beat, just because very knowledgeable, very well-informed investors understand the demand behind this technology, and it's very unfortunate that it's so right in front of us, but we just don't know where to look. So many people get caught in their day-to-day lives and they just don't know this is happening. So spreading awareness, informing people about it is something I'm truly passionate about. And look, 407, right, took off back in March. So this is a pretty big position in SPY as well, holding it up. Google also going for $397, almost $400 a share, holding up the S&P 500. You know, Meta started breaking up above what, 536 just last month, now holding up the S&P 500. So there's multiple pushes from these companies. 362, Microsoft, now trading at 410, holding up the S&P 500. Once they catch up, which, remember, NVIDIA's earnings beat, and they went ahead and did $50 in after hours. If they go ahead, if they beat, right, remember the context behind this. I'm informed. You guys got to practice this too. The CEO of AMD is literally Jensen Huang's cousin. So she runs AMD and he runs NVIDIA. If AMD just beat, do you really think NVIDIA, the big grandfather of them all, will fall under expectations? Negative. And I think that they're going to be as well, and that's when things are going to climb back up. So that's how I think, you know, the markets are going to push higher. But now, Jerry, how can we position ourselves to make some money off of this? Well, these companies are fairly undervalued. You can buy Tesla stock right now. You know, if you're limited on your capital and you want to buy stock options, hey, bro, you could position, you know, stock options. Now, do your own research, pay attention, but you can position stock options here, you know, assuming this Iranian conflict doesn't go into effect. You can start betting, you know, 4 months away, 5 months away, that, hey, maybe Tesla might want to reclaim that 400. Maybe Meta might want to reclaim that 610, that 620. You know, maybe Microsoft might want to reclaim that 415. Maybe Google, you know, might come up to that 400 a share. And this is how you can play an option side. But even just if you're trying to play a less riskier approach, Jerry, I really just don't want to lose money. I'm not in the position to lose any money. I just want to prepare for my retirement. I want to build something for my future now. Just buy shares. Oh, but Jerry, I don't have $409 a share. I don't have $394 to buy just shares. Well, you can start buying partials. Don't be afraid of investing in your future, bro. This is big. These are companies that, I'm telling you, there's a lot of demand. The demand for them is at 100%. Our supply and infrastructure and manufacturing capabilities are probably at a 20%. We are nowhere near prepared. We depend on China for so much. We depend on Taiwan so much that we are not prepared to meet this demand. So the second we do begin to meet this demand, you'll see the future of these companies really shape out to build something serious, almost bigger than the dot-com bubble, something that can really change your guys' lives if you position yourselves now in your 20s, in your 30s. When you're 60, 70, stay healthy, stay strong, you will see the gain. And this is what I'm here to share with you guys. This is the information I wish our parents, our teachers, our, you know, positive influences here on social media, our, you know, friends and family were teaching us. But unfortunately, they're not. But I want to share them with you guys because big opportunities coming to make money, man. One company that I really do want to share with you guys that's slightly undervalued right now. With all this energy, they have to get it from somewhere, and I love this company, Oklo. You guys can do your own research on it. I have a pretty hefty position in it myself, but previously was trading up here at a high of, I believe, $191. Now trading at $68 a share. This company, very undervalued, has a big upside to it, and I really think you guys should check it out. Do your own research, but that's kind of my little tip from you guys today. And, you know, I hope this market recap was very helpful to help paint the picture of what could potentially happen. You know, going into tomorrow's trading day, I am trying to look for SPY, go above 726, but navigating all-time highs, I am always a little bit more bearish just because I know that there is selling pressure around these areas despite the narratives keeping the market up, and once these companies do report earnings, they could go high. This downside, this profit taking will be very hefty as well. There's always going to be those individuals that are retiring. They're not too greedy about the market no more. They did their time. They put a lot of their part in. They just want to kick back, buy their home, relax, catch a breather, and find themselves again, you know? So that's happening at these all-time highs, and take that into consideration before just shooting, you know, for maybe options too high, or purchasing SPY at its all-time high, you know. I believe there will be an opportunity for us to acquire SPY at a cheaper price, so hold your money off on SPY, but all those undervalued companies that I pointed out, I think that you should consider. You know, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. I just want to share information that I am looking at, that I believe is helping me, in order to help you. And buying those companies right now undervalued, you can easily position yourself for a 15% gain in your portfolio, hopefully by the end of the year, and you're outperforming vast majority of traditional investments. So that's the goal with all this, you know, just outperform traditional investments and get started sooner so you can escape, you know, that constant stress. Just experience financial freedom, provide for your family a little more, experience more of life, travel, see the beauty of this world a little bit more, you know. That's what I'm here to do. I want to help enlighten. I want to help put positive news and positive images, you know, positive help and guidance into the world, because you look around, man, it's pretty rough out here for a lot of young individuals. So pay it forward, man, and that's what I want to do, and I hope this was able to help you guys. Thank you guys for giving me your time. And like I said, this content stuff is so new to me. To see the positive feedback, to have you guys here with me means a lot. Thank you guys all for watching, man. If you have any questions, my Instagram is deleted, but you guys can always contact me at my phone number at 909-695-6336. Go ahead and give it a call. I am established here in the United States and California. I love to meet as many of you guys as possible, and bro, we're all in this together, man. But buckle up. Things are going to get really good in the long term, but the short term, play it smart, play it tight, you know, risk, and let's go ahead and bank, baby. Jerry Trades of SoCal Trading Group, over and out.